Now showing The Mandalorian at the MBX Films Theater. What a lucky boy I am! I actually got the Walmart exclusive Mandalorian figure from the Vintage Collection. The Djarin figure. What's special about this one, it comes with the child and the Beskar reward kind of box there, the ice cream maker. From The Empire Strikes Back, that kind of prop. And of course the figure of the Mandalorian in his armor that you see more in the show. The silver and not the kind of early episode one that we already looked at the video. If you want to see my take on this figure, I'll put that video at the end of this one. I like this look with the colors, but here's the one that you're going to see more in the show. So we'll open it up and talk about it. It's like a very low def picture on the side here. I'm not sure. I would assume this is a screen from season 1. Here we're seeing the crappy backs on these. Actually doesn't show a lot of the other figures. So I guess Walmart canceled tons of pre-orders of this, and I'm mysteriously the lucky chosen boy to actually get mine. They just said it the other day and then it arrived here, so I don't know what I did, or I'd tell you. But I'm gonna rip mine open for you to behold. But mostly I'm going to open it for me. The important thing is the Djarin part of this, and we will see why when we uncover all of there is to offer, which, surprise. That's what the... I was like, wait, there it is. I guess the sticker was covering his face, so I thought it was just under a helmet, but I guess it's a separate head that you gotta swap. But yes, it comes with Pedro Pascal's actual likeness and face, so you can have an unmasked Mandalorian. So yes, let's get it out of the way. I know everybody's itching to see the child, and he's got the tiniest articulation of arm, kinda just in this range there, like... It's a tiny ball joint, so it can pop right out there if you're not careful. You can't do a whole lot there with the arms, and then the head, probably the same kind of thing. That can look up a little bit. Mine has a spot on the top of the head. That's pretty weird. And you get the feet at the bottom. But of course, that's just a printed little effect there. But before this, I was using the Mission Fleet Child, which only has the head articulation, and he's holding the little control grip from the ship there, but you can see that if it was actual scale, like this one, it would need to be a little smaller. So here's a little bit bigger one. I think I'll keep this one just to put him around in my display amongst my vintage collection, because I still think it looks pretty on spot, but obviously this one is the premium piece there, that it's the in scale, has arm articulation, although, you know, not a lot. Of course, that's what you're going to really need to look out for, is losing his arm. No. And just a sidebar, the Mission Fleet Child figure comes with his little carriage, so you can kind of rate it for that. My carriage! Get your own. It is my own. Too bad. What the... I think there's a single release of this guy coming out. It'll come with a vintage collection pod like this, but it won't be super shiny like if you bought the Razor Crest ship. You had to get that to get the shiny pod. But Mission Fleet one, not bad. Has a floaty stand. Check out the ice cream maker. I think you were just... doesn't do the weird turning opening thing. Maybe it does. It does look like it would open. Kind of do a little side open thingy there with these little pieces of special Beskar metal. Another tiny piece that you're going to have to be very careful not to lose. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show, but there's a one block, and then there's a bigger block, and they do have the Imperial insignia on them. But yeah, that is some tiny business there. You're going to want to keep that in your container here. The payment delivering the child. It's kind of cool to know that those are in there. I don't know how much I would want to have them out and about in my collection, because you could kind of lose that. You're still getting all his weapons, like the long rifle, which possibly has a few more details on it than the other, as far as color. And his pistol is just kind of in there. Oh, you know what? I didn't think it came with the jetpack, and I was gonna say, you probably have to get the single release that's available at other stores to have the jetpack, but here it is. So, dang, this is like the definitive one. That's why I wanted to make sure to get this one, because like I can kind of just skip the other one potentially unless I just happen upon it. But it does come with his holstered pistol, so it's already in there. That's pretty handy. Not a lot of room left in the package, I guess, for having it displayed with all the other stuff. But yeah, this one's all like battle damaged and things, which is cool because, again, that's not only does he appear more in this armor set in, you know, even Season 1, but he's usually beat up more. So, and here's the spot for the jetpack, which you might have to take off the scarf to really have that on there, otherwise it's gonna stick way up. You can kind of maybe sideways it a little bit to kind of do. I'm forgetting if he would lose the scarf or not when he would use the jetpack. But, so yeah, that is just its own head on there, the helmet. Just do a quick side-by-side for the prosperity there. And again, it has a little bit different clothes and colors, but the main thing is those armor pieces are the kind of shiny one that he gets for turning in the child, but then he, of course, takes it back. It's definitely a better color here. This one's got like a dirtier helmet. This one's like a damage more than dirty. But I do like his kind of hodgepodge in the brown, just for the look of it and things, but here's where you're mostly getting, you know, what he looks like most of the time. And again, you really have to be careful with the legs. On the vintage collection figure, you kind of have to turn it sideways and see this joint if you want to do a sit. You need to turn it this way, so he's kind of doing this thing, and then turn the leg down if you want to do a sit. It's, I don't know, I've fallen for it before. You just don't realize what you're doing. So some of his belt stuff is a little bit of an interference, but you can do a sit. Not the best, still an angle there just from, you can't go up too far with these, but it is possible. You just have to be careful to do it. Not even sure if that's really meant to be how you do it, but you can do it. Of course, the arms go quite a bit, other than the Beskar shoulder pieces are going to limit some of that motion. But let's do the function that this is really intended to do, which is popping that head off, like so. And we'll go ahead and take that opportunity to take off the cape too, so we can try out that jetpack a little bit more. And we'll get the final piece. Maxwell Lord. I'm just kidding. And we'll pop it on the body. So we can have the true form, the true face, which again, it is a pretty good face. It does have a little bit of the facial hair that he does have in that first season. It's pretty faint, but it is there. The face is pretty great. You know, the messed up hair, it's not like the dirty look from when he kind of unmasked in the first season though. Its face is a little more cleaned up. I wonder if this is supposed to go this way when you put this in. That holds it in place better. Oh, the jetpack doesn't. Maybe you really push it. Kind of weird. If you're wondering what the other holes here, he can kind of holster his long rifle in that spot. The jetpack is kind of wonky about staying in there. I mean, again, probably more intended for just display like I will be doing with it, but if you were playing around with these, that jetpack's going to fall off all the time. Unless I'm doing something wrong, do let me know, but that jetpack does not stay in very well. I'm not sure how I'll display this one. Depends on if I can find just the regular one and what it comes with, what exactly I want to do, because I might just have the jetpack kind of there, like, oh yes, there's the jetpack, because he does take it off once in a while, and there's kind of things about that in the show. He'd probably look pretty good with his cloak on with this. But I would say you would want to display it with this head, because that's kind of the specialty of this figure. And then of course, since this is just a helmeted head, he can kind of do the old, you know, hold it like it's the helmet instead of holding it like it's his head. Not gonna work out the other way, holding his own heads. Yeah, why the definitive version of this is a Walmart exclusive, if an exclusive at all, I don't know. Great choice there. But for some reason I was a lucky one to get it. Hooray for me, I guess. Please don't be angry at me. I don't know what I did that mine actually came. But I'm happy, and I'm glad to show it to you, just so you can, I hope you find it. I hope you can find it for retail price. I don't ever recommend buying anything for higher than retail price ever, because there should always be plenty of them available, of these figures everywhere. If nobody gave in to resellers and things, then there would be no higher price on the secondary market. Just keep that in mind. Should be plenty to find. Great likeness and pretty much every accessory that you could possibly want out of your Din Djarin, which I'm still not used to saying that because they just do not say it in the show very much because he's just Mando in the show. So kind of a must-have for my Mandalorian display, as limited as the figures are available right now. I'm sure it'll grow as the popularity of the show continues on. If you want to see other Mandalorian figures or other Star Wars figures, or just I have all sorts of other figures that I collect and I unbox here, so stick around and I'll see you in whatever the next video you choose. See you next time. Where we're going, we won't need roads. Wait, that's the wrong... That's Back to the Future. Never mind.